Welcome everybody to Psychedelic Saturdays, where I talk about my psychedelic journeys with shrooms, and also I will have guests on periodically to talk about their journey as well. If you know anything about psychedelics, man, it's a way of pulling yourself out the matrix and getting yourself to see that what you've been living in isn't really what you thought it was, right? So I want to talk to you today about my first journey. And my first journey with psychedelics led me down to sports. If you know anything about psychedelics, man, especially shrooms, you have to be introduced to them. It's not I guess you would say, a party supplement. That's not what it's for. It's for healing, going to dark places, them showing you the light in the dark places and pulling you out. That's what they're for. I've heard a lot of people say they had bad experiences with them and, bad trips. And I just think that comes from people using them in the wrong way. Your intentions have to be set right when you take that journey. Your intentions have to be right. And what I've come to learn about everything in this universe that we live in is that everything's intentional. So your intentions have to be set right in order for things to work in your favor, right? So back in 2020, during COVID, the height of the pandemic, my cousin called me one day, man, and she asked me did I want to try some shrooms. And me and my wife wanted to try some shrooms. And at first I was kind of like, I don't know, bro. I don't know. Because I heard about them, but I didn't hear any stories about them at all. I just heard about them. I didn't start to hear the stories until after I started to take my own journeys. That's when I started to hear the stories. So when we first got the shrooms from her, we got 7 grams. Me and my wife both took 3.5 a piece, right? And I won't ever forget this night, man, because this night the Ravens was playing, the Baltimore Ravens playing. I was a big sports fan back then, man. Big sports fan for a long time. My father had me in sports, as a kid, and I don't see anything wrong with sports, man. Like, I really think it teaches you value, integrity, consistency. It gives you a drive, makes you confident in yourself. But there's also integrity in it, man. Also value. And the so-called entertainment side of it has stripped all those core important pieces of the game away. So all the value and integrity, the consistency, the camaraderie, everything is gone. It's all evolved around money, right? So anyway, back then I was a big fan of the Ravens, a big fan of the Ravens, man. So that night, I believe it was a Monday or Sunday night, they was playing the Chiefs. First game of the season, COVID, dark as I don't know what, man. You can't, it's nobody in the stand, bro. Nobody, right? So the game come on. I'm sitting there, and by this point, man, like man, I've never felt so alive, man, in that moment. It was almost like my brain had awakened. If that's a way to make you feel comfortable, it almost like my brain had awakened. Like I could literally feel my brain waves moving and ticking. You know what I'm saying? Like I could feel it. It was the weirdest thing. I never felt like that before, man. Never. So, and like my insides, and I'm a Sagittarius, so that fire sign in me was like really like coming up. I could feel it, like my insides was like flaming. So I'm like, oh, bro, and I've never felt like this before. You know what I'm saying? But it didn't feel bad. It felt good, right? It felt good. I don't want anybody to get it misconstrued. It felt good. You got to understand, it's a deeper travel with the shroom, bro. deeper travel with the shrooms. Okay. So, by then the game come on, it kick off. I'm sitting there looking, man, I'm watching the game. I'm like, bro, something just don't look right. Something just don't look right. Like I said, it was real dark. Now, mind you, it was a night game, but it was real dark. Real dark. And all I could see was the demons floating around in the stadium. Just all around the stadium. Just going around and around and around. I'm like, oh, bro, this is crazy, bro. I've never seen nothing like this before. And you could see it in my soul. And I could hear my soul talking to me like, you see it? I'm like, yeah, I see it. My soul like, oh, you ain't seen nothing yet. So as the game is playing, man, I'm seeing how Lamar Jackson is playing. He really not himself. And then I'm watching Patrick Mahomes come out here and ball like he has something inside of him making him play like this, right? And as I keep paying attention to the game, my soul like, hey, you see it? Do you see that entity inside of him? You see that devil inside of him? I was like, damn, bro. That night, Patrick Mahomes was being fueled by a different entity. And I seen it. And I mean, he was clowning, bro. I never seen him play like this before. I probably haven't seen him play like that since that game. No bullshit. He was clowning on a whole nother level. And Lamar Jackson wasn't playing nowhere near as close to what he was playing at, the level that he was playing. It wasn't even close. No comparison. This is the first game of the season. Mind y'all, the first game, right? So his energy should be just as high as his, right? It wasn't. So I'm sitting there watching it, man. And one thing I do want to say is my father told me a long time ago, man. And, to this day, he still entertains it, but he knows what it is. He told me a long time ago. He said, if there's anything out here in this world that has a bet on it, it's rigged. Right? And this was my father telling me this as a kid. He was telling me this. And even to this day, he said the same thing. Right? So back to what I was saying, man, Lamar Jackson didn't look like himself at all. Like, not even close to it at all. So I'm still watching the game, and I'm just seeing how the referees is just being controlled by the evil spirits too. Just calling the stupidest plays. It was just bad, right? And all this is being played out, not in these eyes, but this eye right here. Your spiritual eye. Like, bro, one thing about the shrooms, bro, they're going to open you up to something that you probably already knew, but you just chose to ignore it or not believe what you thought was true anyway, right? So this whole night, man, my spiritual eye is wide awake, right? Not missing nothing. I'm watching this game, man, and this is the first time I ever felt like this watching a football game, ever. Like, just feeling bad, not for my team losing, but feeling bad for the player that didn't realize what he signed up for, right? So I'm watching Lamar Jackson playing. He just can't get out of the slump that he in. Like, he's pissed too, bro, mad. Whole time my soul like, they threw the game. They threw the game. I said, they threw the game. I said, what you saying? He said they threw the game, man. They took the bag full of Patrick Mahomes and won the game. Gotta remember, man, all these NFL owners work together. Almost like a slave trade, for real. You know what I'm saying? They all work together. They all have an agenda. So just like the so-called leaders of, the world, so-called from different nations get together and they come down. It's like a summit. I think it's like a world summit. They call it. They come down, they sit down, they have a meeting about the world, how they try to plan it out for, the year ahead. It's the same thing with the NFL. They do the same thing, right? And there have been multiple NFL stars that have coming out, especially Larry Johnson, that used to play for the Kansas City Chiefs. I think that was the last team he played for. He has spoken out multiple times about the NFL, on how rigged it is, how you get the script at the beginning of every year. It was so crazy. He said he got the script and he read it and he seen he was going to get hurt that year. What game it was going to be and everything. To the T. Right? Script already written out for him. Now, somebody like Lamar Jackson who has just came in the league, and the person that you are trying to beat, who pretty much now has a stranglehold on him, is crazy, because after that game, I don't think the Ravens beat the Chiefs but one more time after that game, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe twice, but only one more time. So, back to what I was saying, man. That game was very eye-opening. And when my soul told me they threw the game, I said, they threw the game? He said, yeah, they took the bag. I said, they took the bag? What you mean? He said they paid him ahead of time in order for Patrick Mahomes to win. Whole time, right? Whole time, Lamar Jackson being sabotaged behind his back. He don't even really know what's going on. He just going out there doing the plays that's being called. He don't know what the hell is going on. Coaches and other players do. That's how that shit be, man. Like your own team, even your coach will sell out for y'all niggas. And then you got some team, you got some players that will do the same thing. They will sell out. They will take the bag before the game and miss a touchdown pass, miss a tackle, let somebody come through and get a sack. Like, there's just so many different ways, bro. It's not even funny on how they rigged the game. And it's just not football. It's all of it. And it's so crazy when you look up. I think the last time I looked up football is not even under entertainment anymore, I don't believe. Because it's not entertaining. It's not. It's really not. So as that game goes on, man, I turned it off. I said, I can't watch this shit no more. And most of the time while I'm watching this game, man, I'm on the phone with one of my cousins. He was a big Raven fan too at that time. And he probably thought I was crazy. Cause I mean, I'm just telling him everything that I see. He don't see what I see. So he probably looking like, this nigga lost his damn mind. And I'm like, nah, bro. Eventually one day you gonna see it. So I think we already did. We just chose not to see it because we love this shit too much. Man, that shit ain't meant to be loved. Know thyself so you can love thyself. Know the God inside of you so you can love thyself. So you can see the games that they play out here. They play a lot of games out here, man. They try to get you to stay asleep inside that matrix that you in. Right? So the next day my cousin called me. Same cousin I'm on the phone with, right? He called me. And he says, hey, cuz, Lamar Jackson was crying on the sidelines, bro, after the game. I was like, because, bro, they threw the game. And he ain't want to. He didn't want to have nothing to do with it. They threw the game, bro. They threw the game. He ain't want to have nothing to do with that shit. And the person that he is trying to beat, his number one competitor, is the person they threw the game for. I'm not surprised he was crying. I'm not surprised. Not surprised. So then you fast forward to this year, and then they give you the movie Him. Got a lot of backlash, not surprised, because it has everything to do with the NFL. So why would they not get a lot of backlash? They did. I found it funny how people was talking about the movie, trying to give you reviews on it. They didn't even see it. It didn't even come out yet. You're going off assumptions because it's a Jordan Peele produced movie, right? He didn't write it. He just produced it. It was somebody else in his camp that actually wrote the movie, right? So I guess we out here getting into our feelings about Jordan Peele movies, when at the end of the day, they open you up to what it is. So the movie Him, if you haven't seen it, you need to go watch it. You need to go watch it because it just exposes everything. I mean, exposes everything, bring everything to like the rituals, the fans and how they get so obsessed with the players, how the players use blood rituals to fuel themselves. The just I guess you can say barbaric way of practicing that I know they used to practice like that back in the day, and that's just why they so-called took hitting away during practice, because of what they showed you in Him. Just the whole stigma of it, even the end, to the point where these owners get a hold of you as a child, right? They hunt you down as kids and keep their eye on you all the way up to the time they feel as though they can get you, right? Whole time they've been playing on one of your family members to wheel you in, right? Because the agenda that they have for you. But you're not even realizing that one of your family members set the agenda up for you so that you can play the game with them. A lot of times, a lot of these people be family lineage of some of these owners. It gets deep, man. It gets really deep. Really, really deep. And I don't want to dig too far in it, man. You know, down in the comments, you can say if you watched Him, speak on it. But I don't want to speak on it too much because I know a lot of people haven't seen it. I just think a lot of people just, oh, it's another Jordan Peele movie. I ain't watching that joint. I ain't watching that joint. One thing I like about your movies, bro, it make you think. Right? It makes you think. And see, that's a problem with a lot of stuff that we got going on nowadays. Everything is dumbed down, like sports, dumbed down. That keeps you in your lowest form, bro. Your lowest form of your chakra, which is your root chakra. It keeps you right there. Doesn't allow you to raise up to a higher vibration so you can really see what's going on out here. They don't want you to come out the light. I'm sorry, they don't want you to come out the dark. They want to keep you right there in the dark. That's where they want you at. So if you are a fan of sports, you're probably not going to like this. But if you are a person who knows what it is, you're going to love psychedelic Saturdays, man. You're going to love it. And even the ones that don't, you're going to eventually see that this is what it is. We do live in a matrix. We do live in an illuminating, simulating environment. That's where we at. So if you aren't afraid to take a journey and somebody introduces you to the shrooms, I advise you to take them. And if you have taken them, in the comments, tell me about your journey. Tell me about your journey, man. And as we move forward in psychedelic Saturdays, man, I'm going to have more and more journeys, testimonies from my time with the mushrooms. And I will have other people on here to talk about their journey as well. Especially my cousin that introduced me to it. You know what I'm saying? She was already into it way before me. And man, you need a guide, bro. Yeah, the shrooms help you, but sometimes you need a person that has already been through it to help you and guide you out. And that's okay. Because that shadow work ain't nothing to play with. But we all gotta do it because that's the side that keeps you in the dormant and doesn't allow you to rise to your highest vibration. So working through your root chakras is very important. Very important. And psychedelics will help you do that. Don't pay attention to the stigmatism. Some people just like to live in the dark, to be honest with you. Some people like it. That's for them, that's for them. But for me, no. I'm a star seed. I know I'm a star seed. I know who I am. I know what God has put inside of me, the God inside of me. And I'm ready to take the ride. And I'm not afraid to take the ride. I told my wife this the other day. You know, I was a big roller coaster rider. So, and I always sat in the front, right? And I said, sit in the front because then you can see everything that's going on in front of you. I'm saying, what you looking back for? Ain't nothing back there but people. Why you looking back? There's nothing back there. The fun is in front of you. The fun is in front of you. Ain't nothing back there but people yelling and screaming. Right? Not us though. I'm up front with my hands up, enjoying the ride. Get your hands off the wheel, bro, and enjoy the ride. And let this universe and the ancestors that left here before us show you the truth and don't deny it. Don't deny your spirit. Deny your flesh, though. But don't deny the spirit, because the spirit is always right. The spirit is always moving in the right direction to show you the right things. Don't ever deny that. Psychedelics are plants. God gave us nature to heal. Nature is the natural healing element for our people. That's how you heal. That's how you heal mentally, physically, and spiritually is nature. That's what it's for. It's not to party. It's to heal. And like I said, so many people have taken psychedelics to party, and that's why it hasn't worked. Or you're just not ready, because everybody not ready. But I think we live in a time, because we are in the age of Aquarius. We are living in a time where everything flows. The information, like the water, Aquarius, aquarium, water. So everything's flowing right now. A lot of people are transitioning from an old person to a new you, which is really you. And it's just flowing. The information is flowing. So catch your flow, man. Because God has great things inside of you to create. And when you're flowing, everything is going the right way. I appreciate y'all for joining me tonight. I hope y'all have a blessed and great weekend. Stay safe. And always, man, peace, love, and truth. Always. Peace.